Once upon a time, in a lush green forest lived Ella, a gentle elephant with a kind heart. One sunny afternoon, as she strolled through the forest, she inadvertently stepped on an anthill. The impact of her massive foot nearly crushed Andy, a diligent and hardworking ant, and his entire colony. Ella quickly realized her mistake when she heard the tiny cries of distress from the ants. Feeling deeply remorseful, she lifted her foot carefully and saw the damaged anthill. "I'm so sorry," Ella exclaimed, her large eyes filled with genuine regret. "I didn't mean to harm you or your home." Andy, though shaken, saw the sincerity in Ella's eyes. "It was an accident," he responded. "We can rebuild, but we'll need some help." Without hesitation, Ella offered her assistance. Using her trunk, she gently scooped up the displaced dirt and carefully began to reconstruct the anthill. She worked with great care, ensuring that she didn't cause any more harm. The ants, initially wary, soon joined in, guided by Andy's leadership. Together, they managed to restore the anthill to its former glory. Ella's large size, once a source of destruction, became an asset in their rebuilding efforts. As the work progressed, Ella and the ants began to communicate more. Ella learned about the ants' intricate social structure and their tireless work ethic. In turn, the ants learned about the vast world beyond their tiny hill, as described by Ella. A bond of mutual respect and friendship began to form between the large elephant and the tiny ants. A few days later, Ella found herself lost in the dense forest. She wandered aimlessly, unable to find her way back to her familiar territory. Panic set in as the sun began to set and the forest grew darker. Just as she was about to lose hope, she felt a tiny tickle on her leg. It was Andy, along with a few of his fellow ants. "Don't worry, Ella," Andy said. "We know this forest like the back of our antennae. Follow us, and we'll guide you home." True to his word, Andy and his colony led Ella through the labyrinth of trees and bushes. They knew every path, every landmark, and every hidden trail. Despite their small size, their knowledge of the forest was vast and precise. Ella followed their lead, carefully placing her massive feet to avoid harming her tiny friends. After a while, they emerged from the dense forest, and Ella saw her familiar surroundings. She trumpeted in joy and gratitude. "Thank you, Andy. I couldn't have done it without you." Andy smiled up at her. "We were happy to help, Ella. You showed us kindness and helped us when we needed it. It's only right that we return the favor." From that day on, Ella and the ants maintained their friendship. Ella made sure to watch her steps around the anthill, and the ants were always ready to lend a helping hand to their large friend whenever she needed it. The tale of Ella and Andy carries several important lessons. Firstly, it teaches us about the power of kindness and empathy. Despite her size and strength, Ella showed great care and remorse for her accidental mistake, earning the trust and friendship of the ants. Secondly, it highlights the value of cooperation and mutual assistance. By working together, Ella and the ants were able to overcome their challenges, demonstrating that even the smallest creatures can make a big difference. Lastly, the story reminds us that friendship knows no bounds, and that help can come from the most unexpected places.